Shalom. All praises to the Most High. Yahushua, this is Sounds from YYBY. So, is sampling cheating? No. If sampling was cheating, right, that means that the whole definition of hip-hop is a fraud. The whole concept of hip-hop is a fraud. And everybody doing hip-hop. If it's hip-hop South, hip-hop West, hip-hop cross seas, hip-hop R&B, hip-hop, whatever you want to call it. If sampling is cheating, like I said, it'll be hip-hop be a fraud. And let me tell you why. The original concept of the original sound of the original hip-hop, like up north, the old school hip hop vibes, the whole school concept of, the boom bap and all the old school rappers, most of their records, the whole concept of hip hop was sampling. It comes from that you get that sound and you get that type of sound only from sampling. You can't get it from nowhere else. When you want to get that certain sound that hip hop provides, is from sampling, because they wasn't playing instruments, or they could play instruments, but we couldn't afford to go buy expensive ass, guitar, expensive violin, expensive, them things cost some bread if you really know about music. They cost a grip. Don't get it twisted. Certain instruments cost a grip. We all know that, right? So, I mean, if you blessed enough to have that, from the burbs and all that, that's cool. But most people from the hood, they don't got that bread to buy that. Or if they got that bread, they got to go use the money for something else more important. So we used the tools that we had, and we always making lemonade out of lemons, man. That's just what we do. So, like I say, the original sampling the original hip hop sound come from sampling. And sampling is also going to be taken as certain people inspire you to create that type of music, because even when you sample, you still have to be creative. You still have to know notes. You still have to know if something is on point. You still have to know what to add with that sample. You still have to flip it and bounce it, rearrange it, and you just can't throw sample on sample on sample. That won't sound right, because one sample might have a different note than another sample. Sometimes it's all about the direction you're trying to go. You might like this record and you can't get the real person on the hook, so you get the sample of the person and put them on the hook. That's to show like how this concept can sound. So anybody out there sampling, man, that's not cheating. What's cheating is when you are sampling and somebody asks you, are you sampling or did you sample this, and you say no. That's when you're cheating and you're a fraud. Because then on top of that, you have people who they have arguments about this, and because music, about people don't learn the real knowledge of music. And that's true. I say no matter what you're doing, because you got a lot of new software today that make it easy for everybody. But no matter what you're doing, I agree with those guys who play real instruments. Learn the real true knowledge of music. If you don't know how to play a keyboard, learn. If you use an FL Studio, you only typing in your beats, your drum, okay, that's fine. But go learn at least an instrument and learn how to play it. Learn the drum pads, get used to the drum pads or something. That perfect your craft, so when you get in the industry, you're dealing with people who are in a hierarchy than you. And when I say hierarchy, I mean, like, I'm not talking about they just do music. These people are they play instruments. They went to school for notes and music. They really know not only they talented with the music, got the ear, they know the science of it. Everybody don't know the science of it. It's like some people can make music, design music, got the ear for it, but when you throw that sheet up, that music sheet up, they think they're looking at another language, man. They don't know. They think they're looking at another language, real red. So people, man, don't get scared about what people feel when it comes to creativity, because the reality is this: end of the day, nobody don't care how you really made your music. They just care if it sound good when it's out. Just don't be the fraud who claim that they got this. It's kind of like, don't claim who do this and do that, but that's not what you do. It's like a rapper saying he the best MC, but you got other people writing your lyrics. Just rap. Just rap. Make them hits, make them records. But don't put yourself in the category, oh, I'm the best producer, when you can't make a beat without sampling. You use 99 samples in the world. Everything you're going to line by a sample pack and use it, oh, I'm the best. Me personally, speaking for myself, if you want to know, I'm an all-around. I do everything. One beat, I'll make a sample beat from the old school vibe to the new school vibe. Then I go make an R&B type joint. Then I go make a pop rock type joint, reggae type joint. Those beats, no samples. Those be from my ideas and my ways of playing the keys and manipulating the instruments and everything. And then I do a circle again. I go back with a sample beat, move that to the side. Then I keep going and going. So now my catalog is different perspectives. So now I'm in a position where I could present all type of different music for everybody. Look, to each his own. You might only be a trap beat maker. You might only be a straight hip hop beat maker. Whatever you do, you comfortable with, don't change that. Just do you. Just get your own sound. Don't try to be like everybody else, man. Be original, man. Be original. You go longer with that. Even though people dissing it at that time, but most people, they bandwagoners, man. You know how many records in the industry or people came out and they say don't put that record out, or somebody in the industry didn't want this beat, Jay-Z's and from the Nas, certain people didn't want that beat, and then another rapper came in and got that beat, thought it was dope, put some on the beat, shit took off. Not everybody want to get on the beat. They think it's dope. What'd that tell y'all? Everybody's opinion is not always good. Sometimes you just got to go do what you do. So not to get off the subject, sampling is not cheating. What's cheating when you frauding like you don't sample. This is why YBY.